Hey, welcome Step by Step family. We're going to be taking this tote to a place, and I'm going to explain to you what has happened. So we did a video earlier, 2 days actually before all this devastation with these tornadoes just happened. So we did a video earlier telling people why it's important, if you're just beginning, to have totes for emergency supply in case anything was to take place. Well, little did I know, 2 days after I did that video, several tornadoes would rip through the state of Tennessee, the state of Kentucky, the state of Illinois, and Arkansas. And so, being that we have these totes, someone has given us a call, and we're going to go meet them off of the highway. And one of these places they're coming from was really devastated. You can probably guess which one. And so they're out of water down there. They're going to be using this tote for taking a shower and for drinking water. This was a pretty traumatic weekend for us, even for ourselves, and we'll talk about it just a little bit later about why this was so tough for us. But again, this is one of the reasons why you want to have something like this, because people are actually asking for them now since this has taken place.
Hi, welcome Step by Step family. Hey, I want to do a video, and this video is kind of one that has hit close to home, literally. And the reason for this video is because our channel is, directed for those who want to try to take more control of their lives, to try to be more prepared, to try to be more self-sufficient, self-reliant. And so this video is one that I think is applicable for everybody. So let me just kind of share a little bit, and then my husband can, we can all kind of share, both of us. But our last video my husband did, we did a video on having a water tote in case of emergency purposes. And when he did the video, there were sirens going off, which was a test. It was not planned. Lo and behold, a couple of days after that, there were real sirens going off where we live. And there were tornado warnings in our area. And I don't know exactly how to go about saying this, but there was basically a very large tornado that was coming towards our direction. It had already hit a smaller community in Kentucky. Some of you all may have heard of Mayfield, Kentucky. It already hit that, and it was coming in our direction. Literally, we were in the path.
Right.
And I was listening to reports. It was talking about that some people were saying it was an F4. Some people were saying it was an F5. It was definitely over 100 miles an hour. Wind gust. And so we were just in preparation mode. And so I don't know if my husband wants to kind of share a little bit, more with that. But let me just say this. We had someone that contacted us today, and they were actually from that town, and they needed a water tote. And they needed it for showers, actually. But they could use it for drinking water. And so we're just putting that out there because there are things that we have to do to prepare. None of us had expected for this to happen. None of us expected for a tornado in the middle of December to come and devastate and rip through communities. And this is one of the things that we're trying to share, is that there may be things that may happen that are beyond our control that we have not planned for, but it's still really important to try to be prepared.
Right. And, even if, you were in the path of a tornado and the tornado destroys everything, a water tote really doesn't matter at that time. However, it does matter if you have one and the town that you're in, the power shuts down, which our town
It
did shut down.
Mhm.
So if you imagine being without power, being without water, you need to plan for yourself. What are you going to do during those circumstances? Do you have enough water for your family? Do you have ways of making electricity? Do you have ways, like now it's the wintertime, the cold front was coming in behind the warm front, and that's what caused a tornado. So now it's cold. Would you have a way of heating your family? Even if you had to go outside and burn firewood to keep your family warm, would you have a way of doing that? Would you have a way of storing your food or keeping your food that's in your freezers? Would you have a way of keeping that before it went bad? So there's a lot of things, a lot of lessons to learn through all this, and it's a shame that we have to see it through other people's it has to happen to other people for us to be able to understand it. So we were very glad that we had a couple of extra totes that we could help out. As a matter of fact, when we went and dropped the totes off to them, we had to meet them on the side of the highway. Most of the towns that has damage, they're shut down. You can't even get to them. So we had to meet them off of the highway, and we had to move the tote from my truck onto his truck on the highway, and it was backed up. So you imagine people are trying to come and serve and help other people, but you literally, they're shutting all the towns down. So it makes the traffic pretty hard to get through. But we do have some video of the path of the tornado in several different areas. So it's pretty wild when you see it come and skip across the highway and start demolishing the other side.
Right. And, like I said, it was definitely headed towards our direction.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, the
was.
couple that we met with today said that they lived 3 minutes away from that candle factory that everybody's been talking about. And I'm very grateful that they are okay. But, that tornado was, they said it was about
huge.
2 miles wide.
Yeah, it was huge.
And it was definitely headed in our direction.
Yeah.
And I'm just grateful because I'm grateful to Yah, because at the last minute, it basically skipped past where we live, and it probably it skipped across the interstate probably about 4 miles from where we actually live.
Yeah.
And it did not touch us at all. And our hearts definitely goes out to those who have been directly affected by this. But thinking back on it, we did lose power for a little while. And in my mind, honestly, I was thinking, do I have are we prepared? Okay, so if the electricity goes out for a week, do we have enough water? Okay, yeah. Okay, you have to think, do we have enough food stored up? Because everybody's going to the store, and you just have to think about, if something happens, do I have everything I need in my home that will get us through for a little while?
And we have people that we work with who actually lost their homes. There's about 5 people at the place where we're at. They actually lost their home, and there was a death as well. So it really does hit home to you when you see those things happening around your community, and also happening to people that you actually know.
Right. So basically, Step by Step family, we just wanted to share with you our experience, and also just the preparation of it, just being prepared, just just trying to really think about what could our needs be if this happens in our situation.
More than likely
it could, because the weather is getting more and more crazy. Things are happening out of order, and it's just really time to start stepping it up and start trying to get ourselves, we could prepare ourselves as much as possible. Let me just say that. Whatever you're able to do, just do it. So I hope that this was helpful to you all. If you guys have any questions, please let us know. If you have, check out the video that Ed put up about the water totes. Check out the video. I'll post a link to it. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to post your comments or questions and share this with others. We appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye-bye. you.